The last thing that I wanted to end this workshop with is, if you've watched and listened to everything and then you've tracked for a couple of weeks and you find yourself feeling frustrated or just feeling like, man, I would really like to have a higher level of accountability, somebody that I could ask questions to, that would look at my information and just kind of, for lack of a better word, hold my hand as I kind of go through this process. Just want to make you aware that at Temple we do offer something called a macro accountability program. It's a $50 month-to-month commitment, and what that package enables you to have is a weekly check-in with a macro coach. So somebody that you are sending in your information to, that coach is reviewing it, making suggestions, and then most importantly, making macro adjustments as needed. So let's say, for example, you've been on your custom macro profile for 6 weeks and you've kind of stalled out, which is common. The body starts to level out, and sometimes the numbers have to be tweaked to get progress kind of restarted or adjusted. And the great thing about this program is a coach is monitoring that and can actually say, okay, I think we're at a point where we need a macro adjustment. And so that program is an option and is something that is available. And again, no commitment required. It's a month-to-month package, and you could decide, I might need some help for 1 month and then feel confident, or if you fall off the wagon, so to speak, and you need some help getting back on, you can do that with the accountability program. And the other thing to consider is a midpoint. At the midpoint of your challenge, consider having a body composition scan. We offer Sika scans, and it's a really effective tool because it allows you to be able to see from the inside out what kind of progress that you're making. We all know that stepping on a bathroom scale is only one tiny piece of the picture as to what's actually happening. Do we know, are you losing fat? Are you gaining, is the weight you're gaining muscle? Are you losing muscle? Are you hydrated? All of these things make a difference, and the midpoint Sika scan will give you that information and can really then help us know where progress is being made and where we might want to change things. If you don't want to do the accountability program, we do also offer a one-time, you can scan and have your macros adjusted for $55. And if you just want the scan only, that's $30. So those are some options if you think that you might need some additional support or accountability. So in summary, I can't stress this enough, expectations. So the first few weeks are going to feel cumbersome. You may find yourself, when you're watching this, it may be, a week or two into your challenge, and you feel like, oh my gosh, this has taken me twice as long to put food on my plate, to pack my lunch, to go to a restaurant, all of that. Just know that that's completely normal. And I promise, if you will work the program and stick with it, it will get easier with time. Absolutely. Every single person that has done it will attest to that. The point that I just mentioned on the slide before, don't stress your bathroom scale too much. Your body is going to fluctuate, especially if you're a female, hormonally. You're going to have fluctuations in weight and water retention and other things. And so just try not to put so much weight and value on stepping on your scale at home. And also remember non-scale victories. So, how's my energy level? How am I sleeping? Do I wake up feeling better? Do I just feel lighter and tighter? Does my stomach not feel so bloated? Things that aren't necessarily measurable by stepping on a scale, keep those in mind as well as you're tracking, and just pay attention to how your body's feeling. The third thing, bio-individuality. So what do I mean by that? This is the concept of what works for me is not going to work for the person, another person that's listening to this workshop and is on macros. The other macro coach at Temple, Yolanda Lilly, she doesn't do well with gluten. So for her body type, she tends to avoid it. I'm not sensitive to that, so I can have things with gluten in it and it doesn't bothers me as much. That's something that she recognizes. My body, I don't do great with a ton of dairy, so that's something that I notice. And even down to what makes me feel full. So if I were to have a bowl of oatmeal only for breakfast, even with protein powder added, 2 hours later I'll be starving. I tend to need to have eggs with oatmeal for me to actually feel satiated throughout the morning. And so, but for other people, they do great with a smoothie, and that's all they need to feel, full throughout the morning. The whole point is experiment, find what works for you, and don't feel like that you have to make yourself fit into a pattern or a mold just because someone else is doing it. The whole great thing about macro tracking and why it's often referred to as flexible dieting is because it is flexible. You get to find what works for you and make your budget, so to speak, work for you in the way that makes you feel the best. And the last question that I'll leave you with is, what is the most important to remember? And say it with me: don't eat it until you log it. If you have questions, we are here to help. You can email macros@templefitnessfranklin.com, and we'll be happy to get back to you if you need additional levels of support, if you have questions. Social media, we do a lot of stuff on there as well. And so we're here to help, and good luck on your macro journey.